A month from tomorrow is Christmas, and with mail being delayed, just the sheer volumes coming in. Now, I don't know how it is on the American side of things right now, but on the Canadian side, they're saying that the volumes are almost double their records. And that, like, their record was, I think, 1 million pieces of mail in one day, something along those lines. And that was a Christmas rush, and they were hitting 1 million in March. So Canada Post has been under the strain of all that. So if you're on the Canadian side looking for when to buy Christmas stuff, it's probably now, especially if you're ordering in from the States. If it's just within Canada, you're probably going to have a better time frame than on the American side. And I mean, your standard delivery times between US coming into Canada and across Canada normally isn't that different. But it is yeah. Anyways, it's been I've been waiting on. There are a couple I've been waiting for from Full Moon jerseys now for. I mean, it sat at the border for 8 days, and it finally showed some movement. No, 9 days, and it finally showed some movement. Yeah, this morning. So, yeah, that's how long things are tending to take. Now, again, I'm putting this all together because I did this last year too. Just for people who are saying, hey, I want to buy hockey stuff. So this is for yourself if you want. If you want to buy it for brother, for your dad, if you're a parent looking for what do I get my kid. First up is Bench Clears, who I have had a partnership with for a couple of years now. And with the code BF2020, which is right on their website as well, you get 30% off. Or if you buy two, you get one free. You can't combine both. You either have one or the other. But if you buy two right now, you get one free. If you're shopping within the US, it's $100 to get free shipping. You have to go over $150 if you're doing international shipping from them. And again, they sell the tank tops. And while it may not be summer here now, it will be summer later. So if you buy them at the discount, and they've got some fun retro style designs too. And they had a red Vegas one before Vegas actually had a red jersey. So their tanks are fun to wear, and during the summer, I actually wore them quite a bit this year. I seem to remember the summer being a little bit hotter than my wife does, but hey, that's me. But yeah, so there's that, and there's a mystery gift as well with every order. So they throw something in a little extra as well for shopping at this time of year. Now, I get asked about retros, where to get retros. I don't tell people what Ben is getting. So this is Ben Hugenband, who is Ben H Sports on eBay. He works by himself too. It's not a company. A lot of these will be companies. This is just Ben working from home on his own. If you email ben.hugenband@yahoo.ca, and it's in the description of every video, you can email him asking him which reverse retro he's getting and in what size. And then he can quote you a price. You can go back and forth on that. I don't tell people what Ben's telling me he's getting because I don't want to be in a situation where I tell you, okay, so he's getting a brand new reverse retro for the Portland Winterhawks. I'm saying that because that's not an NHL team and he doesn't carry anything like that. But I'm just saying, so Portland Winterhawks new reverse retro, and everybody goes, yes. And then they all inundate him with emails. And let's say he has three, so he sells the first three, and then he's got all these other emails to answer, and then he's emailing me going, I appreciate the business, but I didn't actually have the volumes for that. Now, with the reverse retros, these are a one and done thing. So whatever sells out is likely gone. And that's what we're hearing. That's what we're hearing from Adidas. This is what numerous sources I've gone to tell me. This is what Ben's telling me as well, is that for his knowledge right now, they're not doing a second run of the reverse retros. So if there's one in particular you're looking for, it will likely be cheaper getting it through him than through the team store. So, and I'll come back to that because I know the team stores can be very pricey, and the price can vary a little bit from team to team as well. Cool Hockey has 30% off right now. That's on selected jerseys. Keep in mind, with Cool Hockey, they have a very nice jerseys when they do the hand-stitched. So if you choose hand-stitched, which is what I did when they had the 40% off sale a couple months ago. And so what they're selling isn't the newest of the new. So you're not going to get the neon green Dallas for 30% off. That's going to be exempt. The brand new Buffalo jersey is going to be exempt as well because they just got that. They just paid for those. And so giving somebody 30% off on brand new product, well, it's something, it's a good way to go under. I know before Lids was bought by Fanatics, There were ways that you could build up all kinds of points and get deals on this and that. And I remember saying to Yvonne at one point, I don't know how these guys are making money. And within 6 months of me saying that, the company's bought by Fanatics, probably because Lids, with the way that they were deals, and more deals, they weren't making money. So yeah, Cool Hockey, 30% off. And again, it's on selected jerseys. But what I always do with that is I look at it, I add it to my cart, and then I add the custom stitching, and I add the name on the back that I want. And what I've been doing lately is I get name and number of players that I watched growing up. And then I look at the price and I go, okay, is that what I would normally pay for a jersey with the name on the back? Right? One thing, too, I want to come back with Ben. Ben's going to be carrying just blanks at some point soon. So if you see one of his listings where there's a name and number on the back, if you get a chance to grab that, do, because once they're gone, he's just going to be carrying blanks. So, and again, it comes down to demand. The demand just isn't there for the name and numbered ones as much as one would think. And I know for collectors, most collectors seem to go for the name and number and the custom and all this, but your casuals don't care, and they just go for the cheapest, which is how Fanatics ends up making money on the Fanatics jerseys rather than the Adidas, because they are cheaper. Sports K jerseys I'm going to mention as well. Sports K, Van City Sports, I'll throw in here too because they're local and I've ordered from them. I know they're both getting reverse retros too. I don't know which one Sports K is getting. I know they're getting them because I know they emailed me and said, hey, we're getting some reverse retros in. I don't know that they're going to get some of the ones that are more rare. It looks like the ones that Ben told me, hey, I can't get these ones. It looks like there may be that other retailers weren't able to get them either. That these ones are just that rare and that hard to find. NHL Shop right now is 30% off. There's an asterisk next to that because NHL Shop often has a deal like this. And this is one thing that around the whole Black Friday thing that I find so weird is that people go nuts buying all this stuff up. And I shop all year online. I have for years. And I've always found it interesting that some of these deals that people are like, I got to get this is Black Friday. It's this crazy deal. And I'll look at it and I'll go, that's the same deal they had 3 months ago during the summer. Just nobody was paying any attention. And now we're getting close to Christmas, so everybody goes nuts. And so a sale that's the same as they've had all year, people go, yes. The one thing I will say with NHL Shop, I do go through their clearance regularly. A lot of the NHL stuff I get NHL hats, scarves, jackets, things of that nature. I often find them in clearance. And depending on the sale, you may be able to get 30% extra off of clearance. So again, it comes down to getting things for really dirt cheap. And if you're buying for people in your family, it's not like you have to tell them, yeah, so I got you these pajamas. They cost me $4. So, Dad, you're worth $4. You don't have to tell him that. I mean, he knows that. Deep down, he knows that you don't really care. But you don't have to tell him unless you want to. But you put that in the card, right? Merry Christmas, and you're a dingus, and your present was worth less than this card. Dingus. Love you, XOXO, your kid. Do you remember my name? No? Didn't think so. Sorry. NHL Shop, 30% off. And again, some of their clearance items are usually fun. And right now, Ottawa Senators, because they changed their logo, all the stuff with the 3D logo is dirt cheap. That's why I got a couple of hats myself as soon as those went on sale a couple months back. In terms of the reverse retros, there will be unboxings starting next month with reverse retros. The ones I'm waiting to hear back on. So the Capitals, their team store, there's sort of like a list where you can sign up, and I don't know that the Capitals is going to be available anywhere other than the team store. The Devils, much the same thing. The Devils, in order to get on their list, you had to enter some kind of a raffle for a jersey, but you had to be in New Jersey, in the state of New Jersey, to even enter that. So I couldn't even get on a waiting list, so I check their site daily, and we'll see what happens, because New Jersey and Washington are the two that I'm thinking I may end up missing out on that I want at this point. All the other ones I'm pretty sure I'm not going to miss out on. And with the reverse retros, I also wanted to say I looked at Adidas Canada last night because I have that app on my phone, and there's 16 teams that are listed of the 31. And they all say coming soon. They all say $200 Canadian. So again, if you go on the Adidas Canada website, they all show us $200. I don't think you're going to be able to get any kind of discount on that. I know I'm like a club member or whatever, and I've bought a few jerseys from that I couldn't find anywhere else. Sometimes you can find the jerseys through Adidas Canada that are usually only available through team stores, because Adidas makes them, so it makes sense they have them too. but there are certain ones they don't have either. Like the brand new Buffalo jersey in white. I think that one's just through Team Store. Ben was not able to get that, and the Adidas Canada listings only have the brand new blue one, which of course I'm getting because of course I am. That Buffalo looks fantastic, but yeah, so that's one place to look if you're willing to spend pretty close to or full price. There are a couple I had to pay full price on. Colorado and the Islanders. Their road jerseys, the white ones. I had to go through Adidas Canada. And yeah, that was that. I also want to say, too, to close this off, I'm wearing a Utica Comets jersey, which, of course, is American Hockey League. There's 10% off in the AHL store right now. And usually when they have the sales, you can get your clearance items and 10% off on top. So if you want a Laval Rocket jersey, there are some Laval Rocket jerseys that are on sale. Keep in mind it's an American price. So if you're going there from Canada and you're going, oh, that's pretty good. Remember, it's in US dollars. You get 10% off on the items that are on that site. I haven't seen anything new listed yet. And I think for the AHL, they're going to be a little more delayed maybe than the NHL because they don't generate the same amount of revenues. I mean, I like having AHL jerseys. I think it's something different to wear for videos and whatnot. But yeah, 10% off isn't bad. I have a Utica in green and I have a Utica in blue. I've thought about getting it in white. I don't know. I mean, I just don't know that it would justify the cost because the white one is $89. I think it's $89.90 or $89 US. So even with 10% off, it's still about $81 US. And I think okay, so the way that I factor in whether or not I'm going to buy something is a few things. One, do I really like it? Will I wear it? Is obviously going to be the number one item. Number two, am I going to wear it in videos? And will it generate any kind of conversation in video? Is somebody going to, mention in the comments? Is somebody going to, message on, or somebody going to post on the Discord? Hey, so I like that one. Is it eye catching? This kind of thing. And in the case of the reverse retros, adding them to my collection, if we don't end up getting an NHL season, and I can do a countdown of the jerseys in my collection to kind of make up for content that won't be there until June when we get to the draft, right? If I have reverse retros, on top of all the other jerseys I've got since the last time I did a countdown of the jerseys in my collection, that's a lot of jerseys I can use for thumbnails. It's a lot of jerseys that are conversation starters. And whether you love them or you hate them, they're conversation starters. And again, because they're likely going to sell out quickly, that's an issue. And I'm going to say too, I've been prepaying Ben, saying, okay, I know these are coming in, so I just do e-transfers to Ben. I just say, here you go, or as he's been calling it, my deposit or tip, and those are two different things. So it's not a tip. I don't want these coming in and then being told, all right, you owe me this much. And then I say, what about the money? And he goes, you mean my tip? That was just a tip for good service over the last few years. It's not how that works. But all kidding aside, there are options. Sport Check, I know, has 30% off on some of the jerseys. They're older ones. Like the Canucks one is with the word mark over top. If you don't mind that, that's 30% off. Some of these are challenging to find in various sizes as well. And if you're looking for a larger size, because I do get comments about larger sizes, Sports K actually has a lot of jerseys in larger sizes. I'm talking like 3 and 4X. And you can find them as well. I want to say on Full Moon jerseys, which I don't have on here on eBay, they often have bigger sizes too. Although I'm trying to think if they go above XX. I've seen a couple of 4X on there. But again, those can be hard to find. And when you're looking for smaller jerseys, as I usually wear either 44, I wear 44 or 46 in Adidas. I'm most comfortable wearing a 46 due to being self-conscious, but I can wear a 44 no problem. And I'm slowly getting myself into the 44s. For jerseys that I already ordered of the reverse retros, they're 44s, where I could order them. One site, they didn't go below a 46. But I'm just throwing this out there because I know it is that time of year, and the jerseys are being released at the absolute perfect time. If you want to make a bunch of money, and the NHL really loves making money. So good luck, happy hunting, happy shopping, happy holidays to everybody who watches this. And again, this is just sort of my way of saying hey, here's where you can go. And the former Ice jerseys, which is now I think Sports Buff Shop. I looked on there and there isn't anything really new on there. But if you do a Google search by Ice jerseys, they still show up as the main. The first result should be the former Ice jerseys website. They do have some stuff on clearance there, but again, most of it seems to be old stock, and I'm waiting to see some new stock before I'll start, promoting where they're at and everything. And for the record, I mean, I have an agreement with Ben that we've been working on for years, where I help him business wise and also help people find jerseys for usually cheaper than you're going to get them through the team store. The team stores are expensive, and bench clears, of course, I have a deal with as well. Outside of that, not really. I know Geeky Jerseys and myself have discussed about having some sort of promotion between us, but that hasn't come to fruition yet. And there you go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, happy holidays to all. I'm using online shopping for Christmas this year, mostly, and that's just how that's going to work because it's 2020. So, anyways, I hope everybody's happy, safe, healthy, and we will talk again soon.